Hi, my name is Matthew, and I'm a Postdoctoral Research Fellow working with both SHARE as well as the Department of Microbiology and Immunology here at NUS. I actually joined SHARE a long time ago. I joined as a PhD student actually working under two co-supervisors. Both of them are under this Create SHARE program. One of them is based in NUS and the other is actually based at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. When I first heard about it, the opportunity to work with an institution that was outside of Singapore, I think that was a very big draw for me, and hence I joined when the opportunity came. So over here at SHARE, I've actually worked on one big project during my entire time here since I was a PhD student, and we actually looked at chronic inflammatory diseases of different organs. For me, it was the lung, so I look at things like asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So what we actually did here was to develop our own transgenic mouse models, and we were hoping to use these models to try to better understand how these diseases actually develop. So now the issue with these diseases is that they're actually very long-term, and we don't have a proper cure for them. So if you get these diseases, most of the time it's going to be lots of medication over a long period of time, and we don't really know what causes them as well. So here at SHARE, what my work has been is to really try to look at ways that these diseases might have actually developed, and we hope that in the long run this can help to inform new strategies or new approaches for us to actually treat such conditions in the future. So like I mentioned, what we are trying to do is to really understand how these diseases come about in the first place, because these diseases are not new. They've been around for a very long time, and there have been many attempts actually to try and treat them. And mostly what happens today is that when you get such a disease, the doctor can only give you medication that treats the symptoms but not the actual disease itself. So by looking at what actually causes the disease, like I mentioned, we're trying to see, are there some things that we have missed earlier? Is there something that we can actually do that goes after the cause of these diseases themselves? So to give one example, quite interestingly, we have actually found, with regards to this condition known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, we have actually shown that there might be some ways in which the disease might actually develop, and this is actually independent of the diet and the weight gain that we would normally associate with such conditions. I think that SHARE has always been very, very welcoming to me, because for my PhD especially, my main lab was actually over at NUS Pharmacology department. I did work at SHARE, but it was more like a second office. I think all this time, even though I was not here very regularly, I never felt like I was unwelcome. The different people here, the researchers, the PIs, whether or not they were working directly with me, I think I always felt very welcome whenever I came by. So I think that was definitely a very big thing for me as well. It helped me really feel comfortable as I worked my way through my PhD. SHARE itself is a very nice place to work at in terms of the lab facilities. It's not just for my program and my work, but as well as the other programs that exist within SHARE. I think we have very good work-life balance here as well. The work that we do is not easy, but at the same time, I don't think any of us has ever felt pressured to deliver just for the sake of it. Okay, so I think one thing very interesting about SHARE is that we actually got exposed to a lot of cultures, overseas cultures that we are not so used to even here in Singapore. We also participated in the Jewish celebrations and festivals. So it was quite interesting to see. So like their tradition of eating donuts during one of the festivals, that was quite interesting. At the same time, getting to share, I think our culture with them also was an experience as well during Chinese New Year, when we were doing the lo hei with them and trying to explain all the significance of everything. So I think that this is actually one of the cool things you can say about SHARE itself. I was supposed to get the opportunity to travel to the Hebrew University as part of my PhD itself for training. So I think that as scientists, as researchers, this sort of international collaboration, to actually be trained in a completely different culture, to be trained under people who have different thoughts and different ideas, is very important. keep that diversity of thought alive. So, that was definitely a very big draw and a very big opportunity for me. And like I mentioned as well, just getting to be here in Share and working with the different professors who come from a completely different research background, that is also a very eye-opening experience. They are always very willing to just talk and share about their work, just discuss your projects. Even if they are not working directly with you, I don't think I have had that experience in my other institutions, to be very honest. Because Share is under the Create umbrella here, so I think that also gives us to access beyond Share and NUS as well, because Create has many other collaborations with other institutions throughout the world, and Share being a part of that, we also get this awareness and this access to these other facilities, these other institutions when they give seminars, when they give talks and conferences. So it actually helps us, I think, to broaden our horizons as researchers as well, sometimes to look beyond our own areas of research, or to even look at other fields that we may just be interested in out of curiosity or passion. I think my advice would be very simple. I think it's just two things. Don't be afraid to try, but don't ever get too arrogant. Don't be afraid to try something new. We never know what's going to happen. If you have an experiment, if you think that you're looking for something, don't let doubts hold you back. Just go ahead and try it. But at the same time, if things don't work, I think it's okay. We just have to follow the data. No matter what we may have thought about in the first place, no matter what we may expect it to be, just trust the data and try it out. Things will work out in the end.